Yeah, it's an ugly day out today. But last week, I promised that I would make my favorite sandwich in the world. I was watching an episode of, I don't know what the show's called, Stephen Colbert's late night show. Late Night with Stephen Colbert, maybe? I don't know. But he has this thing called the Colbert Questionnaire. And the first question on that is, what is your favorite sandwich? And I have a favorite sandwich. And watching that, it made me think, I haven't had this sandwich in a long time. Because, no, whoops. Because I don't know why exactly. I can make it. It's not a complicated sandwich to make. But I don't know. I don't have the proper ingredients, but I have close enough to the proper ingredients. So what I'm going to do today is make a cubano, a sandwich cubano. I've only ever had it in Mexico. It's a torta cubano. I don't have the proper bread for a torta, but I have freshly baked Georgian roll. And that's pretty good bread to start with. So, here are the ingredients. Now, this isn't going to be perfect because a cubano has specific ingredients. And I don't have the super specific ingredients, but I've got close enough. That's the same in Mexico. In Mexico, they don't have the ingredients that Florida or Cuba have. But they're close. So, here's what I have. Damn it. Okay, there's dill pickles, American style, not European. They don't have to have a lot of spices in them. They just need to have dill and vinegar. The bread, I've cut it in half. And Swiss cheese. This may be Emmental cheese, but that's close. It may actually be Swiss. I don't know. The package was unclear. Ham. This is mayonnaise. And this is mustard. And it also needs roast pork. Okay, we'll get to the roast pork in a second. It's in the oven at the moment. But we need mustard. Now, it usually calls for yellow mustard. This isn't that yellow. It's not the kind of mustard they should use. But, yeah, some people put cayenne pepper in it also to make it spicy. This is slightly grayish mustard, so we're just not going to put cayenne pepper in it, and we'll just mix it with mayo. Now, you don't need to mix it with the mayo. I just like to do that. So, mixing the mayo and the mustard together. Could probably use a little more mustard than that. I'm not going to use that much on the sandwich, but just to make the ratio good. Okay, this way the mustard's not that strong, and the mayo's, well, not that strong either, I guess. We'll start with that because it's easy. Okay. So we've got the sauce mix right here. Oh yeah, we're going to need butter too, but that's only for heating the sandwich. It doesn't have to actually go on the sandwich. We may actually use most of this sauce. Nice. Okay, so we're putting the sauce on the bread. The mayonnaise mustard mix. And I mean, you can do it any way you want. You can put mustard on one side, mayonnaise on the other. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Yeah, we're using all of this. So I like mixing it. It just tastes nicer that way, in my opinion. Again, I mean, I'm just making this shit. I'm just making this shit up, like I do with all my videos. So, okay, now we put cheese. I'm cutting the cheese in half. Put the cheese on here, and then the ham. Let's fold it like that. Okay. There's the ham. I'm gonna eat half of this one. And put that one there. Okay, now we need the roast pork. Okay, you can use big old chunks of roast pork, or you could use pulled pork is good. I went to the deli and got pork slices, smoked pork slices, but they hadn't been roasted. So I roasted them, and that's what I have right here. Roasted pork slices. Okay. And then you need the pickles. You want to slice them long way. Doesn't matter. But slicing them long way, they fit on the sandwich. And you want... This is not like a McDonald's hamburger. The pickles don't really matter. No, the pickles matter. The pickles are definitely part of the flavor of the Cubano sandwich. So, there we go. And then a little bit more cheese on the other side. Or on top, whatever. Okay. The sandwich is now constructed, but it's not ready to eat yet. Okay, here's where the butter comes in. That's actually too much butter. Because you want enough butter to toast the sandwich and melt the cheese. Damn it. Hang on. But you don't want it to be greasy to the touch. You want it to be fairly dry. So, I don't know. So what you do is once you get the butter going, you put the sandwich on the pan, and my sandwich is a little bit too big for this pan. We'll make it work. But you want something heavy to put on top of it. You want to toast the sandwich, and yeah, it's too big. Meh. No, that is too big. Damn it. Okay. I had to cut it in half because trying to put the whole thing in the pan made the sandwich fall apart. You don't want the sandwich to fall apart, so I'll just do each half. Now, this is one of the reasons you toast the whole thing. You want to smash it down, and what some people do is use a cast iron pan or something else. I'm going to use a full carafe of water and let that toast. Now, while that's toasting, I'm cleaning as I go, as I am wont to do. But you want that weight on there because you want it to toast completely. You want the cheese to melt. And that's what's going to make it a proper cubano. Now in a second, I'm going to turn it over and toast the other side. And it's coming apart. That's not cool. You're going to have to fix that. Okay, put it back together. That looks good. And let me just hold the pan down with pressure because I want it to smash up so it's easy to eat. Don't want it to be this big ass thing. And it's coming apart again. Damn it. We'll see how the other half goes. I'll try to make the other half look better. Okay. Okay. Let's see how well we do with the other half of the sandwich. Now we got butter in there, but it's all localized there. Spread apart a bit. I'm going to put pressure, but a controlled pressure. I don't want the sandwich to fall apart like the first half kind of did. Second half wants to do. I mean, you get the idea of the recipe. If you have a panini press, that works well. Or like a sandwich toaster, that's a good idea too. I have neither of those things. So I'm doing this. And let's flip it. It's not falling apart like the first half did. Although it sure wants to. Ow. Okay. Yeah, you see that pickle. Don't want the pickle to... We'll put that back on the sandwich in a minute. Yeah, it'll be done in just a second. There, fire's off. This is the best sandwich ever. It really is. All right. Okay. There. Now let's put this pickle back on the sandwich. It does have to have the pickles. If it doesn't have the pickles, it doesn't have the flavor. And it's a bit of a shame that it doesn't have the right exact flavors, but it's going to be so close as to still being my favorite sandwich. These things are awesome. Okay, it's not the most beautiful thing, but it's got all the ingredients, so it should be pretty good. Yeah. I wish it came out better looking, but it didn't, but it's still a Cubano. And it's the best sandwich on the planet. I know I made a meatball sub a while ago. Geez, that may have been a year ago. But meatball sub is awesome. But that thing, the Cubano, That's the best sandwich. So, this was a short one. I think. I haven't got into the editing, but I think it's a short one. Anyway, it's an important one because that's how to make a Cubano. Some of you maybe you've never even heard of it. Best sandwich on the planet. So, okay. Like, subscribe, YouTube stuff, and I'll be back next week.